Cool. Hey, everybody, welcome to this week's Zoom. Or webinar. I am so excited that you took time out of your busy nights, or maybe you're not busy, to be here. I am just going to wait another minute and we will get started. Let's see here. All right. Hey, everybody. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm proud that you took time out of your busy or not busy lives to be here, and I hope you're all doing okay. I know this is a challenging time, or maybe it's a not challenging. I'm not sure where you are in your life, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about our story with this company that you're looking at, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about where we were and where we are now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, I'm just going to wait another few seconds and then we will get started. Looks like it's time. So my name is Tammy Dougherty, and my husband Mark and I live in Cedar Rapids, Iowa with our 3 kids who are 16, 13, and 10. And I want you to picture this, because when we were looking at this business, well, we weren't looking, but 10 years ago this summer, it'll be 10 years that I heard about this company. And 10 years ago, I want you to picture this. It was a hot summer day here in Iowa. It was so humid. I was with my 3 little kids in our basement, and we have a big playroom, and they were just playing with stuff. It was a mess. And I got a phone call from my friend Sherry, who's like, Tammy, I think you should check out what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh God, I'm not another one of those, right? Because what she did or didn't know, I can't remember, was my husband was working 2 jobs at the time. I had been working for the Crayola coloring company, and they closed that division. And so I was looking at either becoming a full-time substitute teacher or going back to the corporate world. But one thing I knew was I was not going to do another network marketing thing, because I had tried one and I was spending more money every month, way more than I was making, and I was going way in debt. So when Sherry called me to hear about superoxide dismutase and to watch an ABC News video, I was feeling overwhelmed with life because our savings account had run out, and we had debt. My husband was never home because he was working 2 jobs, and I had 3 babies. This was 10 years ago. So when she called, needless to say, and I'm super nice, but at this time I was feeling that overwhelming feeling that some of you might have felt before, or you're feeling right now, unfortunately. And I hung up on her, and I just said, I am not interested in another thing. I just need to get a job. Luckily for us, she called back, and she called back again and just said, hey, can you just watch that video? Can you just watch that video? And thank goodness my husband did. And after he watched it, he's like, I think this is something that we should do. So to make a long story short, we dove in, and we dove in fast because we wanted to change our current situation. We had a big why to get him home. He would leave at 7 in the morning for his regular job, get home at 5 or 6, pack up at 7, leave till, I don't know what it was, 2 or 3 in the morning, sleep for a few hours, and do the same thing over and over. And that was something that nobody knew. Nobody knew. We were kind of keeping that a secret, and we were praying for something to change. And then Sherry called, but I wasn't thinking that was a sign. So you may or may not be in that situation. You might be in a situation where you have all the income in the world, but you're lacking time. You might be in a situation where you're perfectly comfortable, you just want a new challenge and something to do. Or you might be in a situation where physically you're needing to be activated. So I'm going to share all of that with you tonight in our next 4 hours together. Just kidding. In our next few minutes together. And with that, I'm going to share my screen and go through all this. So after I'm done here, you're going to feel a few things. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I totally want more information on a certain aspect. whether that's our products or our opportunity in the income or just how the system works and how to get started, that's what you need to let the person who invited you to this call know. That's your job. When we're done here, they're going to call you. And if they don't, you call them and say, here's where I am. And say, that's what Tammy said to say. So again, I'm going to share my screen and we are going to, let's see if this works. You're going to see Stu up there because I'm using his account. He is one of the first people I talked to after Sherry, and he's the guy who helped me understand this. So if you're in our group and you're not seeing this, shoot me a text, but I think you should be. So our company is called Lifevantage, and I'm going to go through, first of all, this is just the, the legal jargon, I guess, just to say this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You get out of this what you put into it. Any income I talk about is going to be off of a legal document that I will show you. Our products do not treat, cure, or mitigate disease, et cetera, et cetera. So I wanted to share that because that's kind of important that you know that we are telling the truth on everything I share here, and we go through the right channels. So there's 4 components that you want to look at when you're looking at anything like our company. And these are so important. If you're kind of searching around for different things, write these down and think, which of these companies am I looking at fits best in these 4 components? I personally think ours does, because I've seen a lot of companies. I used to be on the corporate side of companies like ours. I've been in a few companies actually, and nothing has worked like this. So we're gonna talk about the products and the science behind the products and where that science is coming from. Because there's a lot of companies that have science, but a lot of them self-fund their studies. So that's important. Number 2, we're gonna talk about how you get paid. If you chose to share this with other people, can you see sharing it with other people? And if so, how would you get paid? I'm gonna go through that pretty quickly, but the person who invited you to the call can definitely dive in deep. Timing, is this a good timing to be sharing a product line like ours and a business like ours? I personally think, of course it is, because people are praying for an opportunity right now and to stay healthy. And number 4, system. How does it work? How would I fit into this? And how would I get started? So let's start with our products. A long time ago, Lifevantage began in a small little lab with a single question. Is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? And what happened was they had a discovery that our genes, what we're born with inside our body, contain the incredible ability to keep our bodies healthy, right? That's well known. Decades later, our company, discovered a way to activate these abilities within our body that kind of decline or go away as we age. So in 2003, our company was formed. And what happened was we continued this research now, and we are sharing it with the world on a much broader scale than from a little lab. So a brief, in 2003, our products were sold, right, from this little biotech company, and also soon after in stores like CVS and GNC stores across the world. In 2005, an investigative report by ABC Primetime happened. And if you see that picture there with John Quiones, you might even be one of them that recall this story. And if you haven't seen this recently, ask the person who invited you to the call to share that video, because you need to see it. You have to see what they discovered. Basically, what happened was this video, this investigative report, looking for something negative from this one main product from this little biotech company, was all positive. And our company had a ton of media attention. Whoops. basically what happened was universities and medical centers started, this is key guys, they started self-funded research on our new approach to health. This is before we were into person-to-person selling, quote. This is all prior to this. So universities and medical centers, can you recognize some of those? Harvard, Colorado State, that's where my 16-year-old wants to go to school. LSU, Ohio State, University of Gothenburg, Texas Tech, University of Florida, self-funded studies from these universities and medical centers. That's a big deal, guys. So our products have been sold since 2003. When this investigative report happened, universities started research on our product. And then in 2009, we switched from retail to direct sales. Do you know why? It's because just like anything else, if you hear of a good thing, like I just read a really good book and I told, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 friends about the book, right? We tend to tell people just naturally what we love. And because of that, our company has grown tremendously and more people are being blessed and their prayers are being answered because of our company and our products, because of person-to-person marketing. That would not happen if our little product was sitting on a shelf in CVS or GNC with thousands of other products, right? It's just, it wouldn't stand out. But when you hear a story about something that's happened because of our company or our product or the work someone's put in, your heart is touched and you're more apt to connect with that person and give it a try. And that is what's been happening. It's been an amazing 10 years for us so far. So what happened was we began using the word activation. Basically, when I said our company found a way to help those genes be activated, we're using activation in a process to address the leading theories on health decline or aging. So the first theory of aging has to do with oxidative stress. Have you heard of that? Like reducing your oxidative stress, or I used to hear all the time, take antioxidants. When you take antioxidants, et cetera, right? So let's just go into this real quick. The body is constantly bombarded with oxidative stress. Basically, it's the bad things attacking your cells to impact your cellular function. A solution that we have is the body combats oxidative stress by producing its own antioxidants. Unfortunately, antioxidant production slows down over time. Think about it. If my 10-year-old on his bike does a bike jump, right, and lands on his shoulder, he hops right back up. If I do it, I might hop up, but it might take me longer. And if my mom does it, she's probably going to be in a little pain for quite a while. So her antioxidant production is not near what my 10-year-old's is. So what causes oxidative stress, and why does our bodies do this? Well, so many things: diet, smoking, medication, inactivity, alcohol, too much activity, pesticides, right? And so you're probably thinking, well, there's no way around it, right? Well, there is. So let's talk about how our theory of reducing oxidative stress happens. What we do is we flip the switch. We activate something called the NRF2 pathway. It's a pathway responsible for antioxidant production through these 5 herbs that you see in the input. And with that, what's happened is the benefit is we lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And yes, that is a true thing. We increase this thing called SOD, definitely research it. We increase catalase and glutathione. I bet you, if you've read anything in these last 2 months, you've read something about glutathione. And if you haven't, look it up. But our body naturally has that, and all we're doing is helping flip a switch to make it happen. to make you increase that. So it supports the body's ability to repair and rejuvenate cells, et cetera, et cetera. So here's our approach versus the other approach, right? 1 and 1, then done, or 1 and to a million per second. Each antioxidant molecule from like grapes or wine, right? You kill 1 free radical with 1 intake, right? To lower your oxidative stress levels. Your body naturally can eliminate millions of free radicals per second. So we don't make an impact like we'd like to through our foods or our vitamins per se, a normal vitamin. What our product does is it just naturally flips a switch to help your body do it on its own. So our body produces millions and millions of free radicals every day. Eating more antioxidant-rich foods definitely can help, but to give you an idea of how much you need to eat, let's show 11 pounds of blueberries every day, 375 oranges, 120 vitamin C tablets, or 87 glasses of red wine. I know some of you homeschooling parents might be drinking the 87 glasses of red wine. I'm just kidding. Or you could just take 1 Protandim, right? And this graph will show you how it just flips the switch and you have the same antioxidant production within your body naturally without doing all of those things, okay? So why is this important? Well, it's been studied and it continues to be studied. I'm going to go through that in a minute, but there's independent research going on this particular product alone, right? And go to this website called pubmed.gov. If you are a science person, you want to look up oxidative stress. You want to look up even just our product, Protandim, and see. Here's some of the things that have been peer-reviewed, studied, published articles within pubmed.gov. Enzyme research, the circulation of by the American Heart Association, free radical biology and medicine, aging cell, et cetera, et cetera. And more continuing. Ohio State, Harvard, I'm not going to keep, I already kind of went through this. So what is our NRF2 activation? What's so cool is when these universities and medical schools and medical areas are studying this, they are saying, Washington State University said this, I'm going to read it slow. NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Wow, if that doesn't make you at least just want, you're going to want all of this, but that's a big deal, guys, right there. And that's why all of my family takes these products right there, because you wouldn't want to look back and say, I should have done that, right? When you know how good it is and other people are telling you that. So let's move on to theory number 2, because I'm going to run out of time. Now, theory number 2 on the theory of aging, mitochondrial decline. I had never heard of the word mitochondrial. I'm sure I did. I just didn't pay much attention in science. So that goes to tell you, you do not need to be a doctor, a nurse, a scientist to be successful in this. My major was elementary education. I found I loved sharing more teaching strategies and leadership stuff. So I never taught elementary ed for a long period of time. So I know nothing about science. So you can have a successful business whether you know a ton about science or not, because they have all these great tools to help you. So mitochondrial decline, the body needs constant power to run, right? It's like the engine of your car. Their mitochondria are responsible for producing power in our cells, everything, right? So the solution, the body is constantly fixing or removing damaged mitochondria and producing new mitochondria. Unfortunately, the body's production of this slows down over time, and we feel it. So what happened? Let's see, did I skip one? Nope. Okay. So our company helped again flip a switch with the NRF1 pathway. It's a pathway responsible for the mitochondria of the cell. Through these inputs, these activators, quercetin, grapeseed, I'm not going to try to name them all, CoQ10, you've heard of that. And then the benefit, what happens is we increase your cellular ATP while slowing down the aging. It improves sleep and cellular repair and supports cognitive and brain health. I love it. Okay, so that's theory number 2. Theory number 3, and this is the big one to go with these two. These 3 products go together. It's called the Tri-Synergizer. And I'm telling you, everybody at least starts with this, and then they add on other things from there. Sirtuin activity. What happens is our body, its cells create waste, right? It's kind of like if you have a junk drawer, right? If you're tidying up, you just might throw stuff in the junk drawer. But then where does that junk go unless you take time to clean it out? So sirtuin, I can't say it right, sorry. This process is responsible for a myriad of health benefits, from mental, physical energy to motivation and mood and cardiovascular health, joint levels, healthy DNA, etc., inflammation, and so much more. So our body is constantly activating sirtuins and producing additional sirtuins. Unfortunately, what do you think happens? The body's production and the sirtuin activity slows down over time. So our company helped create a switch to initiate that pathway, the NAD pathway. With some of these inputs, you'll see olive leaf extract, wasabi, something extract. And the benefit of this, guys, is amazing. It supports healthy longevity, improves mental focus and concentration, supports positive mood and motivation, boosts mental and physical energy, etc., etc., etc. So that right there, guys, is the Protandim Tri-Synergizer. And here's some of the science stuff. And you've seen that there's been studies on our products, right, from other people. You've seen that our products definitely are a benefit. And this just shows you how alone our products, on the left is NRF2, then NRF1, and NAD. Now look, alone they do great, but together, look at what happens to the activation, to flipping the switch when you take those 3 products together. If you're not taking those together right now, after tonight, I hope you choose to, because it's a big deal, and it's a really good protective mechanism, I would say, for your health, your everyday health. So those are our product, our Tri-Synergizer. That's the basis of our company. And what I love about our products is I really don't feel our products are on trial. I'm not here to sell anybody on taking our products, because I feel that the science already has done that. I feel our business and network marketing as a whole sometimes is on trial because people are uninformed, but our products are not on trial. We have these great activators with different uses, similar technology and different uses. So we have the activation. Again, our products are non-GMO, no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. So we have the Vitality Stack. The Axio is the same type of activation, but it's a drink for energy and brain food. It's so much more than energy. It's clarity, and kids love it. I have friends that, it's so funny. I'll tell you a quick story. We do normally a ton of baseball and dance and all the sports. And we were at a big baseball tournament, and a friend of mine yells over, "Tammy, do you have any Axio for his 10-year-old?" And I looked, I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, good," because my son didn't have one today, and he had been striking out. He struck out, he chugged an Axio, he got up to bat, and he hit a triple. And everyone's like, "Where's that Axio?" So Actually, it was good for a lot of things, even hitting triples. I'm just kidding. Don't like quote me on that. But probiotic, obviously gut health is important in all of this. Our omega, you can trace it to the boat. You can chew it. It doesn't taste fishy. Our weight management system, the protein is so yummy. You can drink it with you'll never have another protein again because it's just that yummy. You can drink it with water. Along with our prebiotic and fat burner, our True Science skincare. If you ask for some pictures of people who are using this product and in their before and during, it's amazing. And then our hair care, same thing. Pictures tell stories, guys. Ask for pictures. And then the Petienum for dogs, the same type of activator technology for pets. I love it. Oh my gosh, we are running out of time. So how to get started, guys? There's quite a few ways to get started. Obviously, you can become a customer and you can purchase the products for the same price we do, which is great. And it's so simple. The person can just send you a cart, you order it, the company ships it to you. Most of the time for free, depending on what you're ordering and how often, but you can cancel at any time. But I always tell people, you want to give this 3 to 6 months minimum. You know, just, I would never stop taking this stuff, but you're not committed for a lifetime. But most of you might be on this call because you're thinking, gosh, I want to tell people about this. I can think of a neighbor, a sister, a cousin, maybe someone that you know, or many people that you know are just struggling right now financially and are looking for, praying like I was, for something to come into their lives to help enhance it, to have this time that we have now all the time, right? I honestly, I love being home with my 3 kids 90% of the time. I love that we are able to take advantage of this time right now. And I love that we're able to go places normally, not now, but, and do things together because of the benefits Lifevantage has given us. So right now in the month of April, we have this big thing happening where normally all these packs here, you have to purchase what's called a $50 kit, and that is free right now. So this is a great time to get started because that right alone is free. Most people, when they get started, they start with a platinum pack because you'll look here, you get a wide variety of products for you and your family to use. In addition, you have the biggest savings, 35% savings right there, guys. It's a big deal. And it's like you're opening your store the right way. Can you imagine opening I don't know why I'm thinking of a liquor store, but a liquor store with just one bottle of wine? No, right? That wouldn't happen. You're going to have a variety. Hopefully the owner of the liquor store doesn't try it all, but you're going to have a variety. So with your store, you want to open it and experience all the products right away. The gold pack is another good option. Again, that's a 33% savings. And then the silver pack is another good option with a few things. But remember, along with all of these, you get the starter kit for free. So I just want to show you how simple this is. Our company gives you a free website that they're constantly doing updates to, a free app that is becoming so user-friendly. There's no inventory. You're not going to have a garage full of stuff, nor should you. You're going to use what you and your family use. And then your customers and all of those things happen, and they will help you stay active and create residual income. One thing I love here, if you look at this slide, do you see this where it says your cart? So I just had this happen yesterday. I had a friend who wanted to order some things as a new customer. So I created a cart for her and I shared it, sent it to her, and then she checked out. And now she has her own account and she can change her order as she likes. It's pretty slick. And the company ships it right to her. I don't do any money or anything. And it's all free. They take care of all the overhead, all the stuff. So I love it. I love it. So number 2, compensation. Again, we are running short on time. So I'm just going to slip through this really quick. How to make money. You get bonuses weekly. You get bonuses monthly. And you get into some pretty big, in helping people helps you earn income. Can someone pass me? Yes. Has someone passed me? Yes. Can someone earn more money as me? Yes. This is not a quote pyramid scheme where only the person at the top makes the most money. That's not the way this is at all, guys. What I love about this is my goal is to help everybody have success. But if someone has more success than me, go for it, right? Will I still be earning an income because I help them? Of course I will. I'm not going to lose them. And that happens in some companies. I'm not going to go into all the dynamics of our compensation plan and how good it is, but let me tell you, it is so generous. This is just helping people get started with a few of our products as a customer. There's a little income there on a quick Smart Start bonus. We work from anywhere. Obviously, I'm at home right now. I'm all the time at home now. I went through a lot of that stuff. I wanted to see. I'm looking for one slide. Sorry, guys. Our timing, why is it good now? Well, I think that's pretty obvious. Obviously, wellness is a huge deal right now. 60% increase in wellness sales. That's not going to a doctor to get better. That's going to be very proactive in your health. Okay. Also, oxidative stress. Look that up, guys. When I started, I want to say there was like 50,000 studies maybe 10 years ago at all on oxidative stress, maybe 40. And now there's over 18,000 studies per month on oxidative stress, 220,000 total. So people are, this is a big thing. Flip the switch, feel better, do more. This is some of the ways our company's been recognized. Look at all this, guys. There is so much happening within Lifevantage now. Yes, we rang the NASDAQ bell. Yes, we are publicly traded, guys. That is so important. I would definitely, I don't know, knock on wood, that I would ever not do a publicly traded company. I love the fact that everything is super transparent that our company does. So it's on the up and up. You know that we aren't cheating any systems, right? It's pretty cool. We're Real Salt Lake. We're open in all these markets. So if you know people across the world, we have technology and people that can help them and you. And I love the fact that our company is always giving back. We always have donation or working opportunities to help other people. And that is a huge thing for all of us here in Lifevantage. So this is what I wanted to show you real quick. This is what's called an income disclosure statement. And I love this because most people, we have a ton of people on our team at all these levels, but most people, guys, their life would be changed at Pro 2 or 3. Right now, today, with our economy and what's going on, most people would be able to earn an extra couple $100 or more, right? And it can change their livelihood. It can give them a sense of security a little bit. And we can help them do that fairly quickly. Okay, you're gonna see here, this Pro 5, the average income per month is about $3,000. Again, this is not the highest rank of the company. We have definitely quite a few Pro 5s in our team that are having success with our Lifevantage business, and they're earning an income residually every month that just comes to them. And then as you want to make this more of a full-time thing, full-time meaning still part-time depending on the week or the month, that's the monthly average income, okay? So can you do this? Yes. You can plug into our system. There's 24/7 support. We do this type of thing every Thursday night, guys. We have an opportunity event. Every Tuesday night, the company does as a whole. And then throughout the week, there's opportunity calls daily where you can just plug someone in and say, hey, I found something I'm intrigued with. You might be too. I think you'd be great because watch this and let me know what you think. And then, or let's watch this video and then I'm going to plug you into this thing. You know what I mean? You don't have to be specific. And if you talk too much, people are going to tune out. So be very quick, and the person who is sharing this with you is going to tell you exactly what to do. We have this great training called the Code that you can learn from. So launch, learn, lead. We teach leadership, mindset, skill set. We have corporate events. We have incentives and trips around the world that you can earn. And we also have our team, which is a private support community. But it's really Team Lifevantage. We're all together and I love it. So let us know where you are. And I'm sorry I went 5 minutes over, but do you want more information on, and what is it that you want more information on? Do you want to become a customer, or are you ready to join our team? Let's see. So that's it. I hope that helped. I hope you got some good information. And I know I talked super quick through some of it, but get with the person who invited you and let them know where you are. Thanks so much for taking time to join us. I love Lifevantage, and I hope you fall in love with it too. It's definitely changed so many lives with our families and our friends. And I hope you feel the same that I do after really diving in and giving yourself a chance to change your life. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.